Right, Sambo, welcome to Toyota Talk with your man Ian Pryor.
Thanks for having me, Sitchy.
No worries, mate. Glad to be in the lovely wheels you got here, Toyota Hilux.
That's a great car. I believe you drive one yourself. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, very lucky myself to be able to have a Hilux as well, the Unbreakable Hilux. Toyota do make a quality car, so happy days there to be able to drive that round.
Too true.
Mate, moving on, we wanted to just chat a little bit of World Series. Western Force Club has blooded 23 debutants in 4 games this year. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the last 4 from the most recent game versus Crusaders in Henry Stowers, our flying Fijian Massey, Aussie, as well as, what's my other one? Thrushy, the big fella. Just want to get your thoughts on their debut games.
Yeah, I would start with Thrushy. Up front, I thought for a bloke that had landed only a couple of weeks prior to, he's obviously experienced and picked up on things pretty quickly, but he showed some good signs out there, and I think importantly brought a bit of physical presence in the tight within the forward. So he performed as expected. Henry Stowers, I thought was excellent. Henry had a bit of a disruptive start when he joined, just a couple of niggling injuries, but he's certainly getting his fitness and conditioning as to where it needs to be. But he's a very powerful and dynamic sort of player. So he performed well. Cameron Orr off the bench again gave us something, a lot of energy, a couple of really good carries, and his set piece work was quite good as well. And then Massey on the wing, a big fella, weighing in at a good 112, 113, but Massey was good. He's got a lot to learn in the 15s game, Massey, but I think overall that performance, he showed some signs of what lies ahead with Massey, and he's someone who works extremely hard.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, man. I thought all 4 were pretty dynamic and really brought something to the table on the field there, which was really encouraging. Just our takeaways, obviously not the result we wanted. We pushed them pretty much. We had a good half-time result coming in there, just short of them, 8-16, with a bit of an unlucky bounce for Rocket there. Could have changed momentum a little bit, but just the team's takeaways from the last game, mate.
Yeah, I think bouncing out of that, it was a bit of a reality check, to be honest, and we spoke after the game there in the change rooms that we're through the honeymoon period, and it's reality now. We can't keep making the same excuses, and I think for some it was a big learner to play against a side like the Crusaders. The speed of the game was a lot quicker around the contact areas, a lot more physical. You can't have lapses throughout games like that. And, I think that the positive is that again, like I said to the group this week, we're a whisker away of applying or continual scoreboard pressure or leading on the scoreboard against Crusaders and Rebels. So there are positive signs there, but I think, like I said, reality is we've got to step back and seek improvement in just the general basic areas of the game.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And 4 games in, obviously some steep learning curves for a few blokes, and as a squad just coming together, particularly since March, April there. So some really good signs moving forward, and having 23 debutants is pretty encouraging for the club moving forward, and particularly into NRC and the next 3 to 4 World Series games.
That's right, mate. And if you look at that, 4 games together, and you compare that to other professional teams, that's 2 trial games in the first 2 rounds of competition, if you compare it in that way. Unfortunately, we're not going back to back in World Series rugby this year, but moving to next year, we'll get that week in, week out competitive rugby, which is crucial.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And moving on to a little bit of life outside rugby for Tim Sanson. Just wanted to touch base and see if you had any hobbies outside of footy. There's a heavy rumour that you're not too bad with the golf club in hand on the golf course. Not sure if it's true or false yet, but I wanted to see what your hobbies were outside of rugby.
Mate, that is false. I can guarantee you that. I do like to hit the white ball around though, but I like basketball. and we've got a little outdoor court just up the road from us, and the girls and I go and shoot hoops, mate,
nice,
for a bit of downtime, and I've always enjoyed basketball. As I said, golf, we love the beach, mate. Anything outdoors, the family are right into.
Yeah, pretty lucky here in Perth. Have good beaches, obviously not the day for it today in winter, but coming into spring and summer, be pretty good times down there at Scarborough Beach for you.
Yeah,
guys.
Great place, great place.
And speaking of the girls, just wanted to check on your culinary skills in the kitchen there. There's again a few rumours about what you bring to the table there in terms of cooking, whatnot, cheese boards. I've heard of your forte. Just wanted to see what skills you possessed in that sort of realm.
It doesn't get much. I don't divert too much from a cheese board, but I do like sitting down over the weekends and just nibbling on a selection of cheeses with crackers, and I love it. Yeah, the cheese. I don't find my way into the kitchen too often, Sitchy.
Yeah, sure. There's a spag bowl or something there from the bachelor days.
There is a spag bowl, and it is pretty tasty in my eyes. But my wife is well off it. She won't go near it these days.
Fair enough, mate. Got to stick to what you know. Do the basics well. Okay?
They don't come much more basic than a spag bowl.
And a cheese board. Nice, mate. Nice. And speaking of dinner, a bit of a random one here. If you could invite any 4 people to dinner with yourself or your lovely wife, who would they be and why?
Brilliant. Well, Kristen would be certainly numero uno there.
Yep. You'd pick up the tab as well?
Oh, mate, certainly.
Yep.
Yeah. And we'd be game on. But, good one. I like Johnny Howard. I think he'd be good to sit down with and have a meal and a couple of drinks with.
And his Wallaby tracksuit as well.
Yeah,
He's famous for it.
Yeah, we'll go 70s tracksuit, yeah. Like Karl Stefanovic, I reckon he's cheeky. He'd be good to have sit down and chew the fat with.
He'd spice it up, I reckon.
Yeah, and then, mate, my wife knows this, but Kylie Minogue, I think, would be good. She's sort of been a favourite of mine for many years.
Yeah.
Good Aussie lass.
Yeah. Aussie
Where are we at? That's 4, is it?
3. Your wife's on the phone.
Oh,
she's coming. That's a given, mate.
It's a given. Okay.
The boss.
Well, mate, as a package, I know you said 1, but as a package, I'll bring my 2 daughters, mate. I always like to spend as much time as possible with them. So yeah, that's I know that's 5, but no, they're a package.
You're a good egg, mate. That's a good call from you. The mums and dads out there would be happy with that one, I think. No, mate. Good mixer at the table, I reckon. Good mixture of personalities. They're good choices. And any skills you'd like to master, but you haven't done so already?
Mate, I think if you go back to the topic of discussion here today, and I'd like to be better at golf, to make it more enjoyable. I get probably a lot of frustration built up within the first 3 holes, and then I got the cranks for the rest of the round. But mate, that and I would like to offer more in the kitchen, mate. My brother's a very good cook, and I'm very jealous of what he dishes up, and I'd like to repay the favour.
Anyone out there with any tips or cooking class that maybe our coach Tim Sambo could attend, please send them in, just in case. I'd be happy to put the Don the Apprentice Chef on there.
I would, yeah. I'd like to learn a few new skills, Sitchy.
Nice, mate, nice. And your assistant coaches, Van and Jackie, how are they going there, mate? I know you're in the coach's office together with each other. Looks to be a fair bit of banter at times, and 4 games in, obviously a little bit of pre-season in between that as well. How are you all getting along, going well there?
Yeah, it's. I think it's a good dynamic, the 3 of us, and we bounce a lot of stuff off each other. And I think, as I said to Jack and Van in the early days, we're co-coaches. So I don't. I like to sit back and see myself as head coach and 2 assistant coaches. We're co-coaches, and we speak about experiences a lot and how we can transfer that into our coaches and into our coaching. And they're very energetic, as I'm sure you've seen, and I think that's crucial for coaches to have that. But I think the balance is right. They're progressing really well. In their areas of their coaching within the team, that we've been very very good in those first 4 games.
Yeah, absolutely. And good mixture there, all being ex-players as well, being able to implement your knowledge on the players there and bring your experiences as players in and guide that.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, it's important.
Now the final punch question here, the big one. Who, in your eyes, has been probably, I want to say this politely, has lacked a little bit of skill in terms of the Toyota Talk interviewing? There's a bit of deliberation there about who hasn't been the greatest and who has been the greatest. Just want to get your thoughts out, mate. Lace obviously went a bit probably intimate with a few of his questions. Rod Davis is a bit stiff, but not to put any ideas in your head. But just wanted to see if anyone else needed a little bit of bit of work on skills there.
It's been a mixed bag, isn't it? I respect Rocket. He's a very quiet and humble fellow, and I think some may have seen Rocket as having a few nerves that particular day, but I think that's just his character. So I enjoyed that one with Rocket. I'm much the same. So you move into Brad Lacey, and I was a bit distracted when I was driving that particular day, because he just kept his hand up on the bar, up the support handle up there, and just kept looking at his biceps. So I didn't know what he was doing that day. But mate, yourself, again, I think you're throwing some pretty some good questions at me, and mate, the one that has surprised me a little bit is Mark Doran from media. He throws some curly ones at me, and we get on the topics of AFL and soccer, and I don't have much knowledge around that, but I've enjoyed the 3 players, mate.
Yeah, excellent, mate. There's media buffs know their way around the traps, don't they? That's for sure. Now to get a few answers out of blokes.
Hey, certainly, and I think those days we ended up at driving. We ended up down at Dunsborough. He was at he wanted to chew the fat that much. He's 5 minutes is 30 minutes with Mark. So.
Yeah, beauty, mate. Well, no, thanks very much for your time, mate. I know you're a busy man, and obviously a bit of work to do, but thanks for your time on the Toyota Talk, and really enjoyed chatting to you.
Good man, Sitchy. Likewise.
No worries.